And we are back, Air Acolytes, for another exciting episode of Breaking Wind, a Last Airbender podcast. I am Jason Roy Gaston. The man to my side is my friend, my brother, VHS Jason. Together, we're holding hands, venturing into the world of Avatar, The Last Airbender. For me, it's thrice, and for him, this is the first time. So
we're
going to be gentle. Yes, we're going to be gentle. And, well, let's just talk about this episode. It is called The Serpent's Pass. This is episode 12 of book 2.
12.
So, I know we're over the halfway point, and we are right in the midst of not my favorite story arc, simply because they're doing my boy wrong right now. This is the Where in the World is Appa story arc, where Aang kind of becomes a little unhinged. Appa is missing, and everything is terrible. And everything continues to be terrible. But at least in this episode, we have some hope coming. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. So we start this episode. Team Avatar is swimming. And you see Aang is coping, but he's still not quite there yet. But they run into this small band of Earth Kingdom denizens who are making their way to Ba Sing Se, which is the last Earth Kingdom stronghold, the one place that even General Iroh couldn't get into.
Yeah,
they're on their way. They're on their way there, and whenever Sokka tells them, well, we got this thing called the Serpent's Pass that we can go through, they're just like, oh, you don't want to go through the Serpent's Pass. That's certain death. And so they're like, okay, certain death or a nice quiet ferry. Let's go for the ferry, which is smart. So they go to the ferry and they can't get on board because they don't have passports. But you want to know what they do have? They have a Toph. And Toph pulls, I'm from a...
money.
Oh, yeah. She pulls the money card and gets them all booked onto the ferry. Even Momo, who is an Aminal. But the nice couple, the expecting couple who they met at the beginning of the episode while Aang was in his skivvies, they can't get on board because somebody stole all their stuff. And so... Aang decides to help them through the Serpent's Pass because that's the only way they can get to Ba Sing Se. Okay, yeah, that's pretty fair. Number one, the ticket taker, terrific character. She's like the matchmaker in Mulan. I just loved it, especially her stamping Aang's forehead. I don't know, something about that was just funny because he never broke. He was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna take them. And just seeing Aang. Basically back in Avatar mode again. He's trying to look out for people. He's trying to do good. He's not quite recovered yet, who would be, but he's not being an insufferable rat anymore either.
He just wants to get on with business, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So while they're getting all that done, we get an unexpected meeting on board a ferry. Because Zuko, Iroh are on the ferry. And who else is on the ferry?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. It's Jet. Yeah. You remember Jet? You remember how bad Jet sucks? I just want to punch him in his face. I just want to take that stupid reed out of his mouth and just slap him right across the face with it. So hard that it turns into flour.
He's the kind of guy who go, oh God, look, it's Jet. And then you just punch him in the face. Good to see you, Jet. And punch him again.
Yeah, exactly. So we're decidedly anti-Jet here. If you're one of those people, well, I could change him. No, you can't. You're never going to change Jet. Jet is Jet. Jet sucks.
Jet.
But yeah, don't like Jet. But Jet and Zuko decide to steal food from the captain's mess because the captain is eating like a king and everyone else is eating like peasants. Zuko is kind of a brat. He's not used to being a commoner, and so he's like, yeah, I'm in. Let's steal. Stealing is awesome. I've learned nothing. And that's fine. What is this What is this picture here? Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
Reunion. I love the fact
Couple
that
of shockers in this.
Oh yeah, it's Suki.
Yeah.
Suki is back. And she accompanies them to the Serpent's Pass because she wants to look out for Sokka, which is ironic considering what happens in this episode.
Yeah.
Because we find out that Aang's not the only one who's got a little bit of post-traumatic stress right now. So the group gets to the Serpent's Pass. Abandon all hope, ye who enters here.
It didn't look like that on the map, did it? On the map, there's this little line. And it's like,
well, it is kind of a little line. I mean, it's neat looking. I mean, I'd go hike it just for the heck of it. It's certain death. That sounds like fun. Let's go do that. So Zuko and Jet, they steal and kind of get this little kinship going in between the two of them.
They kind of become bros, don't they, in a way?
Well, douchebag recognizes douchebag energy. I don't know. But the Serpent's Pass is definitely dangerous because not only do they come under attack from a Fire Nation vessel, but I'm not going to get to that just yet, but they do come under attack from a Fire Nation vessel. And we've also got this thing right here. I think this is in the wrong place, but we're going to talk about it because I think that the composition on this shot is fantastic. And it's not just the beauty of it. It's not just the aesthetics, but look at what's happened here. We have Sokka and Suki. They're framed by the rock formation. They are backlit by this beautiful night. And what's between them? It's the moon. It's Yue. Because that's the one thing that's keeping Sokka away from Suki, is that he's still traumatized by what happened to Yue. And this is such a great symbolic shot here. I just remember seeing it going, ooh, screen cap. Then the episode kind of veers off into left field, and Katara decides that she's going to help the Jews escape from Egypt, and she parts the Red Seas. Okay, all joking aside, this was pretty awesome.
Hey, look.
That was awesome.
She's really showing herself to be such a master with the water element now, isn't she?
She is.
She's the real deal.
But
and can I also say before you move on, that I love in the last couple of episodes where the rest of the team has fractured and are not been at their best, she has stood tall and shown herself to be such a fantastic leader. And I've really loved that about her. Things that they didn't show me on the live action series.
I was about to say, but you beat me to it. Yeah, she was kind of nerfed by the live action series, but that's okay because she's a hardcore in this one. Anyway, the gang finds out why it's called the Serpent's Pass. You want to take a guess? It's because of the serpent.
Big lizard.
Big, huge lizard. Kind of looks like a seahorse to me, like a really angry seahorse. So these Serpent's Pass, they have to hoof it, and they have to outrun this serpent. And in the middle of this, Toph kind of shows her fear again because she needs solid ground to stand on so she can see. She hesitates and she ends up in the water where she can't swim. And Suki comes to the rescue. And well, we got ourselves a little love triangle here because Toph thought it was Sokka, and just let me drown now, please. This is that's the moment that fuels so many fan theories throughout the next few years.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah,
I'm sure it does. I just love that moment though. She's on the ice, and you think about Atar, she's so powerful. But simple things like just crossing an ice bridge to get them to the next point, she can't do it.
No. She actually lives in crippling fear all the time. Yeah. Whenever when her feet can't touch the ground, it's basically like putting a blindfold on her. For a character who is undeniably tough and powerful, she has a lot of vulnerability, but she tries to keep hidden as much as she can. And I like that about her. I like that she feels like she has to wear this mask around everybody, but you see the mask crack at the most inopportune and unexpected ways.
Such strong female characters this show. Just
exactly.
And it's not for stand your throat for any reason.
It's not. They're just there, yeah. Speaking of expecting and female, yeah, a baby got
Heyo.
wounded. Okay, I groaned during this part. I thought this scene was perfect up until they said the name of the baby. Because I loved Aang's expression, the way that he saw the baby, and then he kind of got a tear in his eye, and it was such a beautiful moment. And he says, "Thank you, you give me hope." And she goes, "That's what we'll name the baby. We're gonna name it Hope."
It was a bit on the nose, but the power of Aang actually feeling hope again, really good. Really,
yeah. They could have just cut that part. Yes, we have a name for the baby. Are you going to name it Hope? God, no. That's a terrible name.
We're going to call it Momo.
Yeah, we're going to name it Appa. Yeah, her name is
That
Appa.
would have been hilarious, though. If
that would have been funny.
Just gone a real different name, that would have landed.
I don't know. I like Appa or Momo. That would have been funny. Run into this baby 60 years later on the Legend of Korra. I've come to kill you, Avatar. Why? My name is Momo. Oh, okay. I deserve it.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So a couple of things happen at the end. Sokka sucks.
That happens.
Yue, that happened. Yes.
I can hear the live audience. Woo! Woo! I'm watching that.
Yeah, you know, it's I'm for this. I'd ship that. I think they're good for each other. And speaking of shipping each other, I would ship these two also. I'm just kidding. I can't stand Jet. Zuko can do much better than Jet.
Very fascinated to see where this goes.
Because Jet does not know who Zuko is. And there's a couple of times where it kind of looks like he does, but then he's like, I know who you are. You do? Yeah. You're like me, an outcast. I'm like, shut up, Jet. My God, I just want to backhand you. Just shut up.
It is really interesting knowing that they're not really knowing who he really is, but the fact that he finds kinship in him and feels like he's on the same cloth. And it's really all about your politics being really a subject of your environment, isn't it?
It really is, and maybe we all have more in common than we think, and that gives me hope. But you want to
baby at you? Here's hope.
You want to know what doesn't give me hope? This thing, I think it takes 4 D-cell batteries, and it is a big drill, and it's on its way to Ba Sing Se because the Fire Nation has the place under siege.
And of course it is.
It's like, oh, look, it's my baby Hope. Ba Sing Se's under siege. Oh, toss. Yeah, so that is...
we got a giant drill bit headed our way.
So that is the Serpent's Pass. We've made it to Ba Sing Se, and everything's terrible again. Where is Appa? Appa made everything great.
Yeah. I also want to say before we end this, I went on this great little thing about how much I think that Sokka has stood up the last couple. I meant Katara. Let's just clarify that. It's been bugging me ever since I said it. Katara. She's the one who's really stood up tall in the last couple of episodes. I can feel better about myself now.
See, I don't remember you saying it wrong, but okay.
No, I did. I realized.
Okay. That just shows that I don't listen to you during these shows. This is all about me. You're just here. You're present. Well, that's all that is required of you.
You might think it's about you, but to me, it's all about Aang, Sokka, and Katara.
And Hope. Don't forget the Hope.
Nope. Hope's getting a big boot across the 50-yard line.
Oh, man. Okay. If you would like to join us on Patreon, please do. The information is in the video description below. If you did, it would give us so much hope. It would give us a raging hope right now.
What? We need to end this now.
No, it's never gonna end. Hope cannot be denied. Hope cannot be stopped. Hope will be the hopiest thing in the hoping universe. Hope.
Hope you, dude. Hope you.